welcome to another episode of the Freelancers Mindset Shortcast. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm extremely excited for the episode right now. Say hello to Rohan and Urusha. They are the co-founders of the Paper Dolphin. This has been a brand that I have been crazy about since I am somebody who's obsessed with books. I got to know about them because they have these blind book dates. That's just this random book that is wrapped in newspaper. You have a very short synopsis of it, and you're literally on a blind book date. And then I started buying more products. Like I got their reading journal, I got the travel journal. There's one called the Book of You. They are doing so much right now, and it's crazy. I've always wanted to interview them, so I'm so glad you guys are here. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you. We are actually very grateful for being called.
Yeah, because this is the first time we're going to be doing a podcast, so we are super
Oh, cool.
excited.
Nice. So good to hear that. So let's start right there. How did this whole thing start? Were you both in corporate and then you started this, or did you directly jump into this? How has it been so far?
How it started was basically I founded it about 9 years ago, and he joined about
Three to four.
3 to
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started it off as like a hobby passion project of sorts, where I just did things for myself. I used to make books for myself, and that caught on with friends, and then that just became like a thing where I used to start taking orders, and then one thing led to another, and I was like, okay, let's make a thing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much how it began.
I used to post pictures of places that I used to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Not, you can say, not like a travel, not like a travel blog, so to say, but just pictures of places that were either desolated or abandoned or really old forts, buildings.
Okay.
I used to like that.
And
And
they
I
were
used
all, they
to,
were all black and white.
yeah,
So
they
that
were all
kind of
black.
I
attracted me to it.
remember. I've seen on your profile actually.
Exactly. So that's how she reached out to me, being like, I like your pictures. They would look good on the brown cover of my notebooks. Why don't we collaborate? I was like, sure, great passive income. You know? So that's how I started off working with her. And the first time I went to her stall, it was pretty fascinating because I had never been exposed to such an environment of
Mm-hmm.
stall, people socializing, networking with different kinds of small businesses. All of
Mm-hmm.
that was very new for me and very fascinating also. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing led to another, and then I just started working with her. Where I was like, "Hey, you know what? Why do you sell only at stalls? Why don't you sell online also?" And she's like, "I do sell online via
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. People come and reach out to me." I was like, "Cool. Why don't you try putting ads also or boost your post?" And
Mm-hmm.
it's not like I knew about ads a lot. I still don't know a
I
lot.
still
It was just
don't.
an experience. Yeah. And I just thought, like, you know what, let's just experiment with it. Let's just play around with it. And I just asked her. And by the time we had been talking about other things other than work also quite a bit. So a
Mm-hmm.
sort of, you say, trust was formed. So I just asked her, like, "Hey, how much budget do you have just to experiment? Like, if this
Mm-hmm.
money you put in and you don't have a problem losing this money, what would that
Mm-hmm.
be? Put that into ad, see what happens, or boost the post and see what happens." We did that. We got a very interesting response. People were like, "Hey, you know what? I really like it."
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we sort of grew, and that's how we started working together, where I sort of doing other things. And now I
Mm-hmm.
practically do, you can say, operations and yeah, practically all things operations. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever content is required, because I'm a writer and that's my
Oh,
background.
cool.
So yeah, that's how we work together. Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, that's such a nice growth journey because it's like you guys are still figuring out, you're still growing, you're just kind of merging in things together. It started with those photographs, then it went into
Yeah.
the blind books, and now it's into travel journals. So there's so much
Mhm.
of you guys in your brand. These are things you
True.
enjoy doing, these are products you wish you had. So you have just brought it into existence. I think that's so cool.
So it kind of started off that way because I could not find high quality notebooks
Hmm.
with a price point that a student could afford, because that's when I
Hmm.
started.
Hmm.
So I was like, hey, the paper that I can purchase high quality paper and make something nice out of it.
Hmm.
So I think every product that we create is something that either somebody who have purchased from us before have suggested, hey, it would be really nice if you had a book reading journal, because I know a lot of book reading communities who
Hmm.
would appreciate that. And then we do a quick research and find out that, hey, there is this gap that we can fill.
Hmm.
So that way, yes, when we build our products, we make sure that it's something that our customers want, and then start even thinking about the concept of it all.
Actually, yeah. And this I think I noticed even when I came in, where everything that we sort of did, whether it was in terms of a new product or design changes in existing products, almost all ideas were something that the customers gave us. Say, for example, Book of You is a product that we have, which is an activity book for
I
mindfulness for
have that
grown-ups.
too.
Exactly, yeah. So people were like, hey, why don't you make a gratitude journal?
Hmm.
Then that's how we came up with our own version of it because we looked at stuff where we thought that, hey, we don't want it to be just about writing gratitude. What if we merge our ideas of activities, but maybe in a little more, say, mature themes, so to say, and while still having gratitude writing and affirmations as a
Yeah.
part of it, and so that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And interestingly, since journaling is just very like personal for each person, and not just journaling, planning what works, what doesn't work. Till today, we still get feedback on our gratitude journal, on the planner, on say the book reading journal, whether it's more number of pages or whether it's more blank space or whether it's like, hey, now say certain students or certain people might still not find our products affordable, right? Because that's always that gap. So some people are like, hey, can you make something in a lesser price point? But I'm okay with lesser pages. All of these
Right,
ideas is
right.
something that people give us.
Hmm.
And based on whenever we sort of look at all of that feedback and stuff, we are like, hey, you know what? Let's do this now and let's try this now and see where it lands us. It's almost hunch based so far, and now we are sort of moving towards how to figure out a way to sort of capture all that feedback. That way it becomes data based, so to say. But
Makes
we are
sense.
not there. We just started. So yeah.
Right. Makes sense. I mean, I like how rather than making a one-time customized product for a person, you're making it part of your product line. I think that's something more long-term and difficult to do, which directly leads me to my next question. This started as your hobbies, things you're passionate about, and now it's become the work you do, and now you have a team that's working with you. So how, when this hobby became your passion, became your profession, how did that change the dynamics of how you view your hobby? Because I love reading books. I tried working with a book review platform previously, but it made me look at reading as a chore. So I realized my passion and profession should totally remain as two separate things. So how did this merge work, and how is the whole team building aspect, like how it's blossoming into something bigger?
When I had started off the Paper Dolphin, my issue with it was that I didn't have the time and the resources to grow. So for the first like 4 to 5 years, I was doing everything on my own, and including design, including production. There was this one point in the initial days where I used to count all the pages by hand and give it to the binder. So
Oh, okay.
a lot of that manual work. So and print, the covers with my printer, all of that. So all of that was very passion driven. I wasn't really thinking about the profit of it all and all of that. That's one of the reasons why it slowed down my growth. So once like one the gap that I found in that was that I didn't have the knowledge or the will to learn, very honestly, of the you know logistical and mathematical part of it. I'm a creative brain. I need someone who's logical to kind of make sense of what I'm doing and make it my like profession. So it is so when he entered, I feel like he comes with with like a nice suitcase of logic in his brain,
Okay.
which really helped me understand where my business is, where how which direction it needs to go to grow. Because for me, I was like, I'm doing everything. Why isn't it happening? Why am I not getting more?
This entire year has been about learning how to capture data, so to say, of where whatever we are doing, so that we can figure out how to take decisions based on that. What products are working, what products are not working, where are they working? Are they working at stores? Are they working on online? Are they working in stores? Are we approaching enough stores? All of those. But I think when, like, if I were to, which is a lot for us already, in the sense of like a lot of learning. But and that's still happening. But if I say backtrack 2, 3 years ago, to sort of turn that the entire thought of like passion to profession, just to sort of
Mm.
answer that. When I came in, I was just like, hey, do you want to turn this into a profession? Was
Hmm.
the first, because not all, like you said, I agree with you. Not all passion can be great as a profession.
Hmm.
For example, if I or I do enjoy watching a lot of movies and series or any
Hmm.
kind of storytelling or content is something that I like consuming. It's not necessary that if I turn that into a profession, I will still enjoy it, right?
Hmm.
That was my first question
Right.
that I told her to ask herself as opposed
Mm.
to tell me. She's like,
Hmm.
hey, tomorrow if Paper Dolphin a large chunk of Paper Dolphin becomes about managing numbers, order
Hmm.
fulfillment, tracking
Hmm.
data, creating marketing strategies, figuring out, hey, you know what, this is how much profit we are making, this is how much revenue we are making, these are the best selling products. It just becomes a numbers game after that in a way.
Hmm.
Are you okay with that?
Hmm.
Because if only she wants to be okay with it, should she do it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Hmm.
then you can figure out a way to sort of do this as a side part-time gig,
Yeah.
and then she's also a designer, I'm a writer, and we make that our full-time thing. We have a very, very
Hmm.
small team. The two of us are there.
Okay.
Once in a while, we work with a rotating set of interns, not even set, rotating interns, one intern at, you can say, across 3 months, who either
Hmm.
helps us with content or design. Right
Hmm.
now, just a shout out to our, like, a lot of our interns because they made a lot of things easier for us. Just a
Hmm.
heads up.
Yes.
And what also ended up happening was that when we recently moved to our office space,
Hmm.
which we share with like my dad, who has his own thing going on. So his workforce sort of helps us too,
Hmm. Hmm.
if that makes sense,
Okay.
for packing and deliveries, which frees up our time to sort of like focus on things like how to get new products. Or this
Hmm.
year, like if we were able to launch our website, or if we were able to, which we were able to put our products in more stores, we were able to go
Hmm.
to more new cities. It's
Hmm.
because of people around us, whether it's dad, whether it's my mom, whether it is the interns, whether it is
The
so whether it
staff.
is the staff who helps us pack and stuff every single day, it's because of them that we were able to do it, right?
Hmm.
So communicating with them, I feel, has been fairly easy. And
Hmm.
when it comes to say order mess ups, that used to happen even when we used to pack orders, that still happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we try to figure out a way around it. Like say for
Hmm.
example, if I had to like give one particular recent thing that I remember is that one person ko instead of going say a gratitude journal, a planner went, right?
Okay.
Now
Hmm.
usually what we do is we either tell them that, hey, you know what, we'll resend the product, or we'll give you a
Hmm.
refund, or we'll give you an offer on the next product, or whatever it is. Same thing if it's damaged and all of that stuff happens. But they were nice enough that they were like, you know what, I'll keep the planner, I'll come back to you for the gratitude journal. And I don't
Okay.
know if it has happened. It is
Yeah.
insane.
Because
Uh-huh.
usually, when it comes to online orders, people in general are very skeptical
Hmm.
because
That's COD
we
also.
don't have COD, we do prepaid
Hmm.
orders, and that
COD
kind
is
of
cash
gets.
on delivery, just for the
Correct.
viewers.
Yes.
Yes.
And it is something that people are very skeptical about. They are a
Hmm.
little, like, because
Yeah.
there are a lot of scams around, and some people straight up ask us, hey, are you guys not a scam? I hope you guys are,
Yeah, are you guys a scam?
are
Is
you
the
guys a
people.
scam?
We thought of making a reel on it.
Oh, yeah, we might.
The reason I trusted you guys is because the first time we met was during a stall in some farmer's market. And I met you guys
Correct.
in person. I had a conversation. I told you I have 1,300 books, but still you told me I want to give you a thriller blind date. And I'll make sure it's not something you have. And I really didn't have it already. So, since that
Yes,
friendly
yeah.
connect happened, when I found you
Mhm.
guys online, that trust was automatically there.
Our end, how we deal with it is we try to figure out where the error is happening. Say right now, like we have a
Hmm.
system of how, say, the data, once we get an order, whether it's through
Hmm.
website or Instagram, how it will be entered into the sheet, how it will be printed, what will be communicated to the person who's packing, whether she's packing, I'm packing, or the staff is packing, or if the staff is not there, if my dad is packing, or whoever it is, right?
Hmm.
So what ends up happening is that system is already set of how that
Hmm.
flow will
Hmm.
occur. So next time we are able to find out that, hey, where did that error happen? Figure out why that happened there, and we sort of just plug that.
Hearing all of these things, I see that you have a lot of communication going on both within the team as well as with your customers. You're constantly on Instagram, and most of your inquiries were through there. So, do you think this entire entrepreneur game is an extrovert's game? How would an introvert manage like so much communication, so much going on at the same time? You can't sit in your shell. Do you think it's an extrovert's game?
I think we have differing opinions on this.
Yeah, I would think we would have differing opinions. But yeah, you go first.
I think it's an extrovert
Okay.
because I was an extrovert. Now, not so much. I was an
Okay.
extrovert when I had started off. I was that bubbly, I'm going to go meet everybody, go for all events, and become friends with all my fellow stallmates kind of
Currently,
person.
me right now.
And and those connections actually helped me a lot. Like I was able to it translated into orders. It translated into being invited to events where I got a lot of networking opportunities. And I feel if you are an extrovert, you will have an advantage. But I feel right now, if you're an introvert, there are there are ways to kind of
Mm-hmm.
maneuver yourself through it.
I just think that you can't sort of broadly say whether entrepreneurship is an introvert's game or an extrovert's game. It would
Mm-hmm.
come down to what role you're playing, which field you're working in, what kind of communication channels work best for that field,
Hmm.
for that kind of service that you provide and stuff. But I do feel that, like at the end of the day, I'm a person who does not network as much as she does. Never have. And
Okay.
I don't like outside of work, I talk to a very limited set of people, very limited. Like
Mm-hmm.
my Sundays usually are just me in a shell, reading something
Okay.
that I like, reading something that I like, or going somewhere that I like. I still respond to most of the DMs. I still talk to people at a stall. I still say do a podcast with a person that we know and
Mm-hmm.
love. And
Oh.
yeah, and I still do all of those things because I don't know. For me, it's very specific that okay, it's a switch. Like
Hmm.
after a stall, if let's just say we have a stall today, right? And today entire day we'll be having a stall. Once
Hmm.
the stall is on the way back, there is no conversation between her and I.
Oh yeah. And if we go for dinner, we both sit on the opposite corners of a four-person table and don't
Okay.
talk to each other, eat our food quietly. It's the best feeling ever.
Now that she's busy, she misses networking. I'm very happy not networking.
I kind of do it because I have to, because my industry like this is
Mhm.
something where I can't not network. I need people. So more than do I enjoy doing it, am I an introvert or not? It somebody has to do it end of the day. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the switch, right? You're like, okay, now today is networking day. Let's go. So
Yes.
all your conversation, your entire personality sort of revolves around networking. And then
Hmm.
once you're back, then you go into your own shelf. You're just like, okay, cool. Now we don't
Leave
talk.
me
It's
alone
fine.
now.
Yeah,
I
leave me alone. That's the thing.
actually,
Yeah.
along the lines of what you guys just said, it actually leads me to my last question. You
Mhm.
both are not just business partners, you're also life partners, which is something very difficult to navigate. I remember I worked with another couple when they were one of my clients, and we were randomly
Mhm.
talking about if we were to start this again today, I would not start a business with my husband because
Mhm.
when we fight for the business, we also end up fighting personally, and both things end up getting ruined. So a lot of people stay away from mixing personal and professional, but you guys have been running for 9 years. So
Mhm.
how do you manage those boundaries? How has it been? If you were to restart again today, would you do the same thing?
Actually, I'd like to. First is like, so she started on her own. I joined her only about 3, 4 years ago. So you can
Mm-hmm.
say like 4 years of us doing everything together.
I would still prefer starting it on my own.
Hmm.
At least back then. Uh, if With that energy that I had
Hmm.
and that enthusiasm that I had of like, hey, I'm gonna draw every day. I'm gonna create something awesome.
Hmm.
Uh, if I brought logic and math into it
Hmm.
from day one, I
Hmm.
don't I would have been as creative
Hmm.
because math and science is something that like It rewires my brain. So
Okay.
I don't think I would have been that creative. I wouldn't have taken that leap if someone would have asked me, "Hey, do you think it's a good idea? Do you
Hmm.
think that logically you'll be able to make so much sales to actually make it your, you know, business, or
Hmm.
make it something that you can live off of?"
Hmm.
So I would have been like, actually, no, and then been like, okay, bye, peace out, and then got into a job.
Okay.
So for me, the hopeless romanticism of being a creative professional kind of got me to start it. And
Hmm.
yeah, I don't think I would have started it if he existed when I
Hmm.
started it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I would say the same, right? Because so if I were to think of it, at least how much we know each other now,
Hmm.
back then it's almost like the first part is to be unhinged.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And also all of this comes with the context that we are privileged enough and our
Hmm.
parents are self-sufficient enough
Hmm.
for us to take that leap freely without having to worry too much because we do have safety nets.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not safety
Hmm.
nets, safety nets.
Hmm.
Right? That
Hmm.
makes a huge difference instantly. So that
Hmm.
is one. For us to even be doing now, the fact that we have a safety net is how we are able to like do it so freely, talk about it,
Experiment.
experiment, invest in a stall that might be big more than what we usually spend on all of those things, right? I didn't even have understood that
Hmm.
such a world can exist. I
Okay.
already did not know such a world existed even when I
Hmm.
started talking to her.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I was aware of, say, certain brands of planners, like say Alicia Souza, the ones that we saw growing up, right? So we
Hmm.
were aware, but I was not as invested or I was not as into it
Hmm.
to really know what's going on and stuff.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
then I anyways wouldn't have shown interest in 9 years back, knowing my brain
Right.
capacity, which is already like, but yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
like yeah, so I think we would do exactly the way the things are
Hmm.
right now.
Yeah,
Like, if we were to do it all over again, we would not change a single thing.
Yeah.
that makes
And
sense. Yeah.
yeah, interestingly, the other half of, like, just to answer your other half of the question about, like, say, fighting on business and personal level, we fight a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We fought
Okay.
yesterday, we fought today morning, we will likely fight after this call also.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not kidding. We do fight a lot, and it's always been a part of who we are
Hmm.
in that sense. But I guess the reason why we sort of don't think that that doesn't bother, or rather, the reason why that doesn't bother us so much that, oh, business should be separate or personal should be
Hmm.
separate is because we very specifically fight only about work. We don't fight about
Hmm.
things that are personal to us.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, we wouldn't fight about how we are spending time on a Sunday,
Hmm.
or we wouldn't fight about the kind of movie we want to watch.
Yeah.
I know
Hmm.
those are like very trivial things, but even in our personal
Yeah, makes
lives,
sense, but
even if, like, say, our personal insecurities or the things or the baggage that we carry sort of shows at
hmm.
work, we are able to distinguish, being like, hey, this is a personal baggage which we need to talk about separately,
Hmm.
but it is affecting the work that we are doing. So can we figure out for now just the temporary
Hmm.
temp solution of sorts of, like, almost like a, what do you call that?
Band-aid.
Whenever the plumbing issue happens, what is that tape? Insulation tape. Can we just apply insulation
Okay.
tape for now?
Masking tape.
Exactly, yeah. So just for now, if we can just do it, that way the customer is not affected.
Hmm.
And we can address this also and we can address that also, but can we keep that separate? So that's very
Hmm.
clear in our.
We do have a lot of arguments, but we are able to segment them
Hmm.
and
Compartmentalize
replenish.
everything. Like this is personal, this is
Yeah.
professional, this is that. That's
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
actually. Okay, then thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you, Urusha. It's been awesome speaking to both of you. Thank you for covering such a diverse array of topics so that now we know what it's like, the behind the scenes of your passion to profession sort of project. So that's amazing. I will link the Paper Dolphin in the description. And Rohan, if you'd like me to add your photography page, I'll add that as well. People can go check it out.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh no, I'm too
Yes.
shy, guys. I'm too
Yes.
shy. I'm too shy. I'm too
Nice.
shy.
So I'll be linking all of those below. Do check it out. And thank you for watching the episode. Thank you so much for being here.
This call, more than like anything else, it was just like, hey, you know what? Let's just go, let's talk, let's chill. It was
Mhm.
just that. It was nothing else.
Yeah.
So we didn't. I'm not making this up. She wanted to prepare for the like what kind of questions and stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay, you see.
Let's wing it. It was nice speaking to both of you because this is the first podcast where I had two perspectives for each answer at the same time. Like even be it the extroverts one, and you were telling me things that she forgot to tell, and you were telling things from a different perspective based on what he said. It was so nice the way everything complemented each other. Yes.
Nice. We complement each other very well on camera.
Nice.
I
So-
think you should put that. That would be fun. Off camera also. That's fine.
This is still recording, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no problem. This is a regular day in our life.
Keep it PG, guys.
Keep it PG. We compliment.
But you know
It's
what?
PG.
I was actually surprised about the introvert extrovert thing because when I came to the House of Claudeberg event, I thought Rohan is the extrovert type because he was just eating this cream cheese sort of thing. He was like, yeah, I just got it from them. I love this. And they were all laughing with you. I thought you're the extrovert.
Oh no, that is him when he's in his like Paper Dolphin element.
Paper Dolphin element or like it's like I said, I can't classify myself as one of the two or an ambivert or whatever, but it's more like, hey, you know what? Today we talk and we talk to everyone. And the idea is that while I'm talking to people, how do I not sound unrealistic and overtly positive, like one of those speakers, like just oozing positivity. I don't want to be that, but I can still be what I do, which is like just make rando jokes, which may or may not be good.
But entertaining for sure.
Yes,
I
that
think you're-
for sure.
I think you're biased.
Or you
Can
can
we
send
do
me
this?
some cute photo for the thumbnail. Oh, do I actually screenshot this?
You
Okay.
can't do all of this.
No.
Okay.
Or you can just send me a cute photo you guys have that you guys like.
Actually, we don't have that many cute photos. You know why? Because whenever we travel, we click pictures of the buildings. And then we take
Desolate
some-
buildings.
Yeah, this building, and then we take customary photos for our parents.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, hey, here, we are here, okay, enjoy. Like 3 photos of us and 50 photos of just buildings and things around
I
us.
understand.
Can we do this? Like, wait, we show here? Yeah, like this. And then there should be Paper Dolphin logo somewhere here.
I will ask my editor to screenshot this for sure.
Dude, it's fun.
Are you serious? Is this the photo?